Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing this February the 27th, 2025, 12:30 p.m. update. Remember to become members of Jabroni Killers. It's as simple as going into your video of one of my videos, going into my video, clicking on it, pausing that.
Vincenzo's Gold Crypto.
The video, pause that,
Investing this
hit
very
more,
early.
and right there, stop. And right there, it says join. Oh my God, join member of Jabroni Killer. Right there, just click on that link. It's an industry cheap and best value of $3.99 a month. And then below that are my Robinhood and Coinbase links if you would like to use any of my links to trade on the trading sites that I use. There are bonuses and free stuff that you get with that if you use my link. And if we get right into this, and remember to subscribe to the channel. We have a lot of moving things going on here. Bitcoin whales offload 6,813 Bitcoin. We're going to read a little news first. Bitcoin prices plunged below 90,000, as old Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing was alluding to, after President Trump announced his planned 25% tariff on Canada and Mexico. During periods of high volatility, investors liquidated crypto assets first to cut on their overall financial risk. Increasing concerns of steeper decline. The latest data depicts a notable shift in Bitcoin whale and shark activity. Investors dump millions in Bitcoin. According to the data by Sentiment Whales, holding 10 or more BTC have collectively offloaded approximately 6,813 Bitcoin over the past week, representing the largest drop in holdings since July of last year. This also coincides with a 16% decline in the Bitcoin price, which was observed in the last several days. The on-chain platform funded a direct correlation between the selling pressure from these large holders and the broader market correction. Obviously, historically, accumulation by this group has signaled potential price recovery, which makes their future buying behavior a key indicator for traders anticipating the market. Bitcoin continues to trade in line with risk assets and continued spot BTC ETF outflows, with February 26 recording over 744 million, confirming a lack of conviction. As market sentiment remains strained, experts, Bitcoin is at risk of reversing to 70,000. Old Vincenzo's been showing you targets below that, which could be much below that. But that's very interesting, and that does correlate with the Bitcoin price falling the last several days and weeks. And we've been showing you that the potential broad scheme or macro pattern could have this head and shoulders topping out reversal pattern. You can see the moving averages are now, the 50 and the 100 are steeply reversing, going down now. There will be a cross where this 50 moving average right here gets below the blue or the 100-day moving average here in the next probably week to 10 days. And we could be signaling a deeper fall, maybe down to 58,775 in an up and down fashion, with the first area of support would be the 74,149. Then you could have a nice bounce back, and then these overhead resistance lines, which would be the moving averages in red and blue, would come down on it and reject it, and that could be the catalyst to force this to the neckline, which would conclude the head, and then we could have a massive rally on a right shoulder from about 58,000 all the way back up to 74, 75, or even $80,000 to form that right shoulder, and then we would have a technical breakdown. So this is a pattern that's going to be evolving over the next 2 to 4 months, and we're going to continue to watch that to see what happens. But here in the short term, the downside sell pressure continues on any kind of rally. I think the $90,000 level right here is major resistance on any kind of push to the upside. And then if it did manage to get by that, this falling 50-day moving average in red and 100-day moving average in blue, I feel would be the catalyst to give you a heavier rejection. You can see Bitcoin dominance is also falling today, which could put a cap on how fast the altcoins could fall today. As you can see, the altcoins are only down 1.29% today. You can see we have the future with XLM that we went over earlier, where we think the 50 right here, this is where it's going to go in the future. It's going to cross and get below the 100-day moving average that are sitting at 35.5 and 34 1/3 cents respectively. The 200-day is right where the price is at now, and the XLM price. Could we get a little bit of a bounce back recovery up back into these moving averages? Yes, but then I think it's going to fall back down, and I think eventually in the short term this may breach this and come all the way down to the 18-cent target. XRP, this is the head and shoulders. That is the pattern that we're in, and this is something that Bitcoin's at right now, but Bitcoin's only right here. Bitcoin's stuck right here on its part of the right side of the head that it's forming. So it's a little bit behind, and it's a bigger market cap, so it takes longer for these patterns to fulfill themselves. But the technical target out of there, as we've went over several times, and we can move this now, 69 cents over there, is from the top of the head, right? I don't know what this is hitting. Oh, there's two of them there apparently. Get that out of there. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, neckline right there to the point of a breakout, and that's how you get down to that $1.29. Does that mean this right shoulder has to break right now? No, it can still trade back up to the upside. So we're going to watch to see if we can get any kind of support off of that major hit on that $2.07 line, which you can see where that comes in from. That comes all the way down here from the left shoulder, major support when it was forming back here in late November and December. We hit it once, twice, 3 times as support. So there could be a brief, short, very short-term micro rally, but I think as high as this rally could get you would be 254 or 255 if it even got up to there, and then it would be heavily rejected, and that's right where the 200 or the 50-day moving average is in the daily time frame. And eventually this right shoulder is going to break, and your targeted move is down here at $1.29. If we see if there's any kind of XRP news, I thought there was a little bit of XRP news that I wanted to cover, and this is just a quick lunchtime update. We'll have a more in-depth on all your questions that I'm getting on this evening's update about 7 p.m. Eastern. Let's see, South Korean to use Ripple custody for institutional XRP. Don't care. A bunch of Korean stuff. XRP bears resurface key levels to watch. We've already talked about that. We know the key levels. Is a major Ripple versus SEC lawsuit development expected this week? Nobody cares. Ripple whales go on a selling spree. And this coincides with the Bitcoin whale activity, and a sell signal for the TD sequential indicator suggests continued downward pressure in the short term for XRP. Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing has been on top of that, and my audience has been well aware and not surprised by any of this. On the contrary, the asset RSI is approaching the bullish zone of 30, indicating a potential regression. Ripple's native token was among the worst affected digital assets during the crypto market. February 25th, its price tumbled to $2.07 per coin market cap data before rising to the current $2.26. Still, the ongoing level represents a 13% decline on a whale scale. Some factors suggest that the bear market might continue or prevail. Whales have sold more than 370 million XRP in the past 96 hours. At a current rate, the stash equals to 830 million. Large sell-off increased the supply of tokens on open market, potentially overwhelming demand and creating a downward pressure on the price scale. In addition to the whales activity, Martinez touched up the asset TD sequential indicator. He claimed that it now flashes a sell signal on a 2-week chart, alerting about an impending correction, the bullish element. Vincenzo's been on top of this for several months, letting you know what's going on. And that's all we have for this update, as we end with the solid chances of an approved spot ETF in the state should be mentioned over the past few months. Well-known companies like Grayscale, Bitwise, and 21 Shares have displayed their intentions to launch such products. The U.S. SEC acknowledged their application, and according to Polymarket, the approval odds before the end of 2025 stand at 72%. Like the channel, become members of Jabroni Killer Super Chat to support the channel, and come back to me tonight at 7 p.m. for a more in-depth update and me going over the comments and answering the questions. Peace and love to my beautiful audience.